Well, we're in Italy today. I'm just sorry I don't have an Italian jersey to kind of celebrate this one. Yes, this one is called the 4-3-3 Trento Attack version 2. The creator of this tactic did use AC Trento in Serie A to win the league with this tactic, but since I don't know anything about this team, I don't know if this is a tactic based on the team, or something that the coaches use right now, or if this is just something that they saw. Hey, this is a good team I want to use. This is a good tactic I think might win the league for them, and apparently it worked. But we're going to try it out in a holiday sim with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League, and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So with all that said, let's just dive in and see how it goes. Well, when we see a tactic that's used by another team and does very well for them, it's usually meant for that team. It didn't seem to work here with ours. Liverpool in 6th place with 74 points, 75 goals, 51 points, and 54 goals for Aston Villa. Definitely down. Well, for Liverpool, their Premier League woes helped them maybe get to the Carabao Cup final, but unfortunately losing out to Manchester United 1-3. They got to the FA Cup 5th round, but up against Aston Villa and they lose 0-3. Well, let's just kill the season off altogether. They get to the quarterfinals of the Europa League, unfortunately losing out to Atalanta. So yeah, we've definitely seen better seasons here. And squad-wise, definitely low on the green, unfortunately. But goals, 15 as tops for Nunez. Luis Diaz with 13, as does McAllister. Assists, we have 15 for Robertson, 11 for Nunez. And average rating, Virgil gets up there with a 712, and that's the tops. 8 goals still, though. Wow. But can Aston Villa do any better domestically? Not really. Carabao Cup 4th round, they lose out to Newcastle 2-3, and then get to the FA Cup quarters, but lose out to Bournemouth 1-2. Oh, but look at this. They get the Conference League final trophy 2-0 over Sparta Prague. Very well done. And only one loss. That's impressive. So yeah, 7th place in the Premier League with only 51 points kind of hurts, but they do come away with the trophy, so it's something. Squad-wise, about the same amount of green as Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken, but goals, 16 as the tops for Douglas Luiz, 14 for Ollie Watkins, assists 16 for Digne, McGinn with 10, as does Luiz, and average rating, Digne up there with a 718. Now this should be interesting. Data hub for Liverpool. I mean, they still have some attacking numbers, but the goals per game just aren't there, sadly. Defensively, they look fairly good. Goals per game, 1.97, 0.84 conceded, and 0.86 XG against. Both of those defensive numbers are pretty much bang on average. Aston Villa, on the other hand, defensively looking just slightly worse than usual, but attacking, they are not there at all. 1.42 goals per game is actually 0.04 more than the Premier League average, but 1.24 conceded, 1.18 XG against, those are kind of on the average marks. Premier League stats, at least they're in this points per game tally, but 6th and 7th, I guess, 1.95 points per game for Liverpool, 1.34 for Aston Villa. Most goals, Liverpool do make 2nd with 75, but Aston Villa all the way down to 7th with 54. Fewer shots against, Liverpool with 235, Villa with 7th with 360. Most possession, 4th place, Liverpool is 57%, Aston Villa 3 down from that. Most dribbles made, not there. Fewest conceded, Liverpool making the list in 4th with 32. Most shutouts, Liverpool again making the list in 2nd with 18, which is impressive. Tied for 1st, actually. And then we've got Aston Villa in 6th with most tackles won, 900 flat. Best pass completion, both making the list with 88%, and most shots for it. Liverpool in 1st with 653 and Villa in 7th with 462. But now, sadly, I am not expecting a whole lot from Ipswich Town this season. But they still surprised me. 94 points, not a whole huge difference off from 103 with Southampton, but still, 87 goals, they definitely want more than that. Nothing too surprising here. Out in the Carabao Cup 2nd round, 1-1 in penalties against Portsmouth, and then out against Chelsea in the FA Cup 3rd round in a replay. So yeah, 2nd place is pretty nice this season, especially with everything else. Only 3 in the green, though. That kind of hurts. 10 goals for Hurst. Luongo with 7. Assists 16 for Leif Davis. Jack Taylor with 10. And average rating, Leif Davis with a 723. Championship stats. Points per game, Ipswich in 2nd with 2.04. Most goals all the way down in 5th with only 87. That one kind of hurts. Fewer shots against, though, in 2nd with 348. Most possession with 58%. Fewest conceded in 2nd with 39. Most shutouts in 4th with 15. Best pass completion in 6th with 89%, and most shots for in 2nd with 687. Definitely low for them. So the tactic itself, we start out with a sweeper keeper in defend, wing back on the left in attack, a central defender in defend, a ball-playing defender in defend, and an inverted wingback in support on the right, a halfback in defend, box-to-box in support next to a CM in attack, inside forward in support on the left, and an inverted winger in support on the right, and a target forward in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession attacking with his fairly narrow approach plays pass into space, overlap on the left, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, tempo is slightly higher, mix crosses. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute to the back line and throw it long. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. So overall, how did it work for our three teams? I mean, Ipswich really doing fine here. The goals are just really down, and that's kind of the problem area for these, all three teams. They definitely need the goals back again. Liverpool and Aston Villa really having woeful seasons. 74 points is about 10 or more less than usual. 51 is about 20 plus down from usual. So maybe just a bad season, but still. And I think, as I usually say, if you take control of this and do your own match shouts, training transfers, things like that, I think you could do a better job here. But unfortunately, the Premier League teams didn't do very well. And our championship side probably could have done a little bit better. But still, second place is not bad. But if you tried this tactic, let us know how it worked for you in the comments below. But here, it was a mixed bag. But that's it for me, Sefi and FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.